Mothers may not realize the impact they have on their daughters. A daughter can be unforgiving. There are no excuses in either of those. There just is a need for coming together, for being engaged in a healing process that will ensure that the unborn will not have to carry that burden again.
Thinking about moving back home? We've already helped hundreds secure citizenship, housing, relocation, driver's licenses, and business setup. Endorsed by Ghana's Office of the President, we make your move seamless. Learn more at www.r2gh.com. Your new life is waiting.
Many families quietly live with a lot of friction between mothers and daughters, unspoken jealousy, control, harsh criticism, or emotional distance that just gets passed down. From your work and your own wisdom as a mother, what do you see as the main roots of that tension between Black mothers and daughters? And what can women do, both as mothers and as daughters, to start healing that relationship so they can become better mothers and break the cycle for the next generation?
When you ask that question again, it's about intergenerational. It may not have started with them. It may have started generations before, and they're continuing because no one has brought the understanding of how we should be as mothers, how we should be as daughters. And sometimes when that understanding comes from cultural, it's a harsh thing. It's a controlling thing. And then a daughter can be unforgiving and then pass that on to the next generation. Mothers may not realize the impact they have on their daughters. And because in most of our societies, the children are not to talk back. They can't express their pain. They can't express how you may have contributed to that pain, even unknowingly. They can't express, as we talked about for the brother, they are supposed to be silent in their pain. And so they grieve, and that may come out inappropriately, like disrespect, which is very harshly dealt with in our culture.
Join the movement. Listen to Dr. Kambon as she breaks down intergenerational trauma, polygamy, mother-daughter issues, and why coping mechanisms often mask deeper wounds. Invest in independent Black media. Watch the full, exclusive, ad-free reasoning now, only on www.inevernewtv.com premium.
But if that disrespect comes because for generations now, we have carried on this way of communicating with each other that doesn't communicate, where you don't understand me for who I am, where you don't understand what it is I'm trying to teach. And we deal with it in a conflictual way, in an angry way, in a battling way, then those things will continue on because she is the progenitor of, she is the one who carries our ancestral line in her blood. And all of those things that have occurred before are still there in her blood. And she's passed them on to you. Mothers must realize the power of the bloodline. It is more important than anything I can speak of. Because we would not have our generations if it was not for the continuation of that bloodline. And it must be cleansed. There must be rituals of healing for mothers. There must be rituals of healing for daughters. When we again can come together and speak on the pain, the grief, the suffering. She may be in her own grief, not even realizing what she is not doing for her daughter, what her daughter needs. The daughter may not have spoken up. There are no excuses in either of those. There just is a need for coming together, for being engaged in a healing process that will ensure that the unborn will not have to carry that burden again. I see it often, and in Western tradition, mothers and daughters don't tend to come together in that way. They may have family therapy, but usually there's an what I call an identified patient who's acting out in a certain way, which may not be understood by the therapist. That this pain didn't begin with me, but it will continue with me unless it's addressed at this time. In African centered spiritual divination, it may come out. And also the ways to bring about the healing and the cure.
Okay, so like on a personal level, if you have a daughter, how does that relate with you and your daughter? How do you communicate?
My daughter, I have two daughters, one here and one in America. And it's different. My daughter here has her own personality. It's strong. We are both strong personality, and sometimes there can be a conflict there. But she has her way of being. She's more what's a daddy's daughter, so her love has mostly gone in that way. And there are times when we, get in conflict, but it has not destroyed our relationship. And so we have to realize that those things may occur. Sometimes mothers and daughters, the daughter's trying to grow up and the mother is trying to keep her small. And we have to allow for that and be able to open up and realize, cut that umbilical cord that we're holding on to. And I think it's much more of a conflict between mother and daughter than mother and son, because she's trying to become a woman and you are her model. Yet there are things that she may not feel she's received. And we must take the time to hear, listen, and see how we may support that movement, forward movement.